stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. The Knights will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down for this offense. They go to the ground. Flying down the left side. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Scarlet Knights offense will go to work for the first time today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Dances away from one. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Tackled after picking up the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Gets it out quickly. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarter.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You know, nowadays so many people go for it on fourth down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on third down. You ain't going for it now. 3rd and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get home. No fourth down for you.
Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide out in motion. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to the ground game on the left. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They're working that left side. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Ducks in the hurry up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Rutgers has it back, and they'll send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's got his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And down he goes back with the 3.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Wants to bring it back. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He now has 91 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, headed to the goal line. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Feeling some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football for offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
28, Rutgers, 0.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
They'll try the run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on this. You might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They'll immediately call timeout. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He spins that thing down the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play. Bringing it out.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down.
He's off to the races. He's inside the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He's going to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Scarlet Knights headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket starts to collapse. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to run loose downfield.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the give off the left side. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
on those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Working that left side now. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Finds his man, they convert. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oregon, 49, Rutgers.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single running back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a move. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of running room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Wade. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes his connection. Gets him to the 45-yard line. On second down, looking to throw. Trying to beat the DD. Grabs it inside the 10. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period and will carry that one into the fourth. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups.
Makes the grab on the right. Running toward the tape. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Rutgers.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Using his legs, it's Burgess. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Makes the grab at the 30. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the Ducks want to move quickly. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Time to take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. Snapped it in the shotgun. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rip.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. The 40. the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Pressure coming. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win.